Hello, Bailey Art Crafters! Welcome to our beginner-friendly series where we show you how to design all the projects that we make on the lives. So we're going to go through and make a shaker cake topper today. I'm going to show you how to use Cricut Design Space, and we'll be going through step-by-step instructions and using all the tools on there so you guys can learn how to use that and how we make things. So to get started, we're going to go to bailey.art. We're going to download these free SVGs on the Bailey Art website, the stunning seashell, the mermaid tail, and the captivating coral. We also have a new print and cut file called Ocean Friends. That one is $3. You don't have to use that. You can use alternatives or images you already have. But we are going to use a couple of images from this one. So you pick your SVGs. And just check out as normal. I already have the Ocean Friends on my computer, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it for now so I can show you guys how you can download free SVGs all the time. I'm going to go check out. And then you'll just put in your information here. For free SVG, you don't need to put any payment information, but you will put email and billing address. Here in the email, you can click email me with news and offers or text me with news and offers. That's a great way to stay on top of new SVGs coming out, sales, or events that we're having. I'm going to fill out my information, no payment. And the reason you especially want to put in your email is that here, once you go through the process, your downloads will be available right here. But if for some reason your loading is interrupted, your page or your stops working, you can go to your email and we'll have emailed you all the SVGs there. So the billing address, I'm just going to put Bailey Art 2000 and put the Bailey HQ information here. Arlington, Texas. All right, and we'll complete order. Here is where you can download straight from the website. You can download each one. So download, download, and download. Now those generally go to your folder and the download folder here, and they are all in zip files. So these are zip files which have a lot of different things in them. We've got JPEGs and PNGs if you want to utilize those, and as well as the cut file itself. So I'll just go ahead and show you how to open the stunning shell. So you can click that and then extract all. And then this will show you that it's going to your downloads folder again, extract. And this is everything in that folder here. So you will then take the cut file specifically and add it to Cricut Design Space. So you can go ahead and start a new project over here. This is a project we're making, but this is just the example, so I'll show you how to do it all the way through. So you'll upload an image, upload, and then browse your computer or drag and drop. I'm going to drag and drop my cut file. If it is a PNG, it'll pop here as print and cut or a cut image, but the cut image won't have any details. It'll just be a shape. It'll be a grayed out shape. Just FYI. So here, go ahead and upload. And then you click your shape. And here you can preview what is going to be added to the canvas. Add to canvas. And there you go. Now your shape is here. It's got two layers, this thin detailed layer, and then the full shape in the back. Now you'll do those for the rest of your SVGs, so the mermaid tail, extract all, extract, and then captivating coral, extract all, extract. You do have to upload images one at a time. Unfortunately, Cricut hasn't made it where we can just upload as many as we want, but that is all right. So again, cut file, drag, upload. Again, our last piece here, mermaid tail, cut file, drag, and upload. Okay, so I'm going to click these. Again, you can preview what you're adding to the canvas and add to the canvas. We will be resizing these pieces, so I will walk you through as well the sizes that you'll be needing. So right now they kind of just layer on top of each other. You can move them aside. And then I already have the print and cut images in my folders here. Add to canvas, add to canvas. And then we'll go up here to go back to the canvas. So, all right, there we go. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna start with the shell. I think we made it a height of 5, yes. So height of 5 inches. I'm just gonna go ahead and resize everything. You can use the resize here. You wanna make sure that is that little lock picture is closed, because if it is open, you will get squished or stretched out. So I'm going to make sure it's locked, and then you can resize. Okay, I'm just making them smaller for now, and then we can fit them on our shell. So if you wanted to look very close to this, I'll go ahead and resize things. The whale's about 2 inches in height. And if you keep that lock closed, that'll automatically change for you. So if you put 2 and then enter, it'll change the width as well. And then same for the rest. I'm gonna just go through and size these to what I want. Okay, so now we have our sizes. I'm gonna zoom in now. Okay. All right, all of our images are the size that we want them, all of our files. So we're gonna go ahead and make offsets for everything. Offsets kind of give it, we especially like to use foil paper, and it gives a nice like shiny outline. So offset is up here in about the center. You can click this and then manually add how much of an offset you want. We usually keep the corner to be round. Gives it a nice softer look, especially for these smaller things. I usually keep the offset between 0.125 or 0.2. I'm going to do 125 and see if that's, you can press enter, and it should give me a little preview here. If it doesn't, you can go ahead and apply. It looks kind of thick for my taste. I'm going to try again. I can go smaller, 0.12 right there. I don't love that. So there's also, if you don't have a number in mind, you can use the dial here. There's a little slider. It can go inward, but we're going to outside. So we're going to go and just kind of visually see what I want. Looks like I'm going to do a 0.07. And I'll probably keep that same number for all the pieces that I'm giving an outline to. It'll first come in black, but we can change that color. And offset, and you can just, the number will stay. So I'm just going to do that for everything. I'm going to go to the backmost layer for this one. Offset. Alrighty. And for the coral, backmost layer. Apply. Perfect. Okay. For the finished file, we're going to want some dimension. So I'm going to duplicate the whale and we're going to stack him up once we actually make the project. I'm going to do the same for the starfish. And these will already have a little bit of layering just because they'll have different papers. But I want to give this a little more dimension here and just stack them on top of each other. Put them together. All right, so now we have our basic shapes. We'll add the banner a little bit later because that is a cricket shape. But for now, we'll go ahead and start making this look a little more put together. And we'll do that by changing the colors. So first off, I want to change the offsets all to match so I can do the coloring up here. Oh, that's right. When you do an offset on a print and cut, it will automatically come in as another print and cut. So you'll want to change that to basic shape. And then that'll turn gray. And you'll want to change the color here. Usually we use gold or something shiny like that. You can use whatever you'd like, of course. And change those print and cuts to basic and change the color. Okay. And I want this mermaid tail to be kind of purple and green. So I'm going to go in here and you can use your shift key to hold and get multiple of the same colors. So you don't have to go one by one. So all these purples, I'm going to change to a more darker purple. And then all my pinks, I'm going to change to a dark green. And for the lighter, I'm going to pick a light green for all the little scale details. And for the backmost color, I'm going to pick gold. And the offset is gold actually, so I don't think, no, yeah, I'm going to keep this one because just for the layering specifically. All right, now you'll notice that this tail here has some filled in scales, and we can do that effect using contour tool. So I'm going to pick the layer that has all the holes in it here, and then I'm going to press contour, which is in your bottom right, and you can pick pieces of the scales that you want to fill in. So I'm going to go in here. It can be a little difficult. You can zoom in. I want to close off all the smaller pieces because these files are going to be cut pretty small already. So I'm going to try and minimize those tiny cuts. You can see there's some really tiny pieces in there. And if you ever click something that you don't want, you can click it again and it'll change back. All right, so I'm also going to add in some random scales to kind of give us that sort of more put together look for this. And let's see what it looks like. Here it goes. Now you can see some that's filled in. Put it back over here. Now we have our mermaid tail. So you can also, over here, you can see that this file, the outline is not in the group of the mermaid tail. And you should be able to move it up into the group. Now it'll all move around as one piece. And we do the same for the coral. The coral, we had picked an orange and purple with an offset of gold. I switched those colors around, but I think that looks pretty good too. And then the shell is another piece. So now to make this a shaker, it's pretty easy. I'm going to move all my pieces off over here. So move the tail, coral, and the starfish. So now I have, like I said, this shell is two simple pieces. It is that detail and then that whole shape. All I'm going to do is duplicate this the filled in shape. And this will be the acetate, which I changed to a really light blue to show which one is going to be a different material. And then since this outline is already thick enough for my cubies, I don't have to worry about it, and that's all I need to take care of. So it'll be a layer of detail onto the acetate, and then cubied onto the full shape. Really simple, and now I just need to change the colors to what I'm happy with. I'm going to give pink inside and give it a purple outline. And you can see here, there's that blue on the example one. Take that off, and you can see the color underneath. Ooh, actually, I like the purple better. I'm going to change it to purple. Perfect. Okay. So now we have our shaker ready. If you don't have cubies or you want to make this shell maybe smaller but still make it a shaker, you can use that detailed shell layer here and make multiple of those with thicker paper and stack them up and glue them together. And that'll give you spacing, and you'll just have the full shell shape, multiples of these details, and then you'll need one extra for on the final detail look on top. So it'll be full shape, dimension, acetate, and then detail. Okay. I'm going to hide this piece for now. And then these I need to center together. I'm going to use a line, center. And then I'm going to group them, so I'll move together, align and center. Oopsie. And group. For the coral, there's a lot of tiny pieces in here that I'd also like to contour. And I don't really think I need to go through all of them, so I'm just going to hide all contours, and it'll fill up the shape completely. So that makes it really simple. I'm going to align, center, and group. Okay, now everything is together. And now the only pieces left are making the bubbles and the banner. I'm going to put these here. I'm going to find that banner. So you can go to, if you don't have a shape that you want, you can check out Cricut and see if they have the shape available. So you can go to the images here and click, like for example, I want a banner, so I'm going to put banner, enter, and see what options they have. I think I had found mine on here. We have Cricut Access, so we have access to a lot of different banners that we don't have to pay for, or different images we don't have to pay for as we're paying this subscription. If you don't have that, you can check out some other examples. You might be able to find SVGs online that are more suited to your taste. I'm looking for maybe a simple kind of banner. I don't really want a lot of lines. I can't find the one I was using. Ooh, okay. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to cancel out of here. Now I do have it here already, and I want to show you which one I'm using. So let me save my project. And if I go to my projects and click on this one, the information pops up. There we go. So I'm using banner. M for E1, E3, 4B, D. So I'm going to click that here. Then can I add it again to the canvas? Okay, perfect. All right, so ta-da, this is a banner I'm using. It does look a little different than the one I have here because I added an outline and I also pulled it and stretched it. So I'm going to go stretch. And then, let's see, I made this one about 5 inches wide. That's with the outline though. It is, without the outline, it's exactly 5 inches wide. So I'm going to go ahead and, perfect, that's already to the right size. So now outline or offset, give it that outline. And before I was using, I think it was 107. Let's see if that looks good. It looks kind of thin. I think I want the banner to have a bit thicker shape. So I'm going 9 and apply. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to group these together. And it'll sit on top of everything here. And then I want to bring the starfish to the very front. I'm going to go arrange, bring to front. Now he's right here. And then this does have a black background as well. So I'm going to make it a nice dark blue. Or actually, I think I'm going to maybe match the green of the mermaid tail. Now, the other thing we need are bubbles. So you don't have to search circle in images. You can go to shapes. And they have some free shapes here. So you can do circle and resize to what you kind of want. A few bubbles around. Duplicate. I'm just going to change the sizes for these. And then one more. All right, now all of these, I need an extra circle. So I can make a circle or I can just offset. So I'm going to offset this. I think 7 looks good. Or bubbles are kind of dainty, so maybe 5. Apply. And then do the same for the other 2 smaller bubbles. And these are just going to be free floating as I'm planning to use cubies to put them on. And I just need to change the color. And click all these circles. And change the color from the top left. And then the offsets. Change to maybe a dark green to match all the other, or the banner outline. There we go, and that is our project. So it's already ready to go. This is about what it'll look like when we make the project. You can, if you'd like to add a name or word down here on the banner, that would be a great idea. I'm not going to, so you're going to choose whichever font you would like. I'm going to leave it blank for now and let you guys pick that. It might change a little bit when we go live and do a project like this, depending on what materials we have available. So we'll see it then, but don't forget about your acetate or if you're using clearly craft plastic to show that one again. So that way it will cut when you go to make it. I lost, oh, there it is. Okay. Because if you hide it and you leave it hidden, it won't show up to cut. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this as a group and hide this because I only need one project. This is the shaker and everything. So now to cut out your project, the next steps would be to make your settings correct. So Explore, I'm using Explore Air 2. So I'm going to change that. If you're using a Cricut Maker, you can change that up here. You just need to change which machine you're using. And then you'll press Make. All right, and print and cut is pretty easy. You will need a printer, of course, but you just want to rearrange things how you want them here. And then same for everything else. If you have anything that you want changed, maybe you're like, well, I already used, I'm only using one green for this. I want to make them all match or something. You can do that. It looks about, I'm using 9 pages here, 12 by 12. If you don't have a 12 by 12 sheet of the color, you can change the material size on this little drop down. You can letter size, legal paper. I'm going to leave mine at 12 by 12 for now. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to, for print and cut, you can't change the material size too much. There is no 12 by 12, but there is letter, legal, A4, tabloid, and A3. So then you press when you're ready and happy with everything, continue. If you cancel here, it will, if you had moved something, it will go back to the automated placement there. I'll press continue. Send to printer. I'm not going to print right now. Because your printer settings will change depending on what printer you have. So we don't need to go over that. I'm going to press I've already printed. And then I would choose the material. So you can use cardstock or copy paper. Copy paper is generally too thin for these projects, so we like to stick to light cardstock. We also really favor textured cardstock when we're doing print and cuts. It makes it look a little less flat. It gives it just a slight more dimension, which is really awesome. And then as I'm using the Explorer Air 2, I have a dial here. So if I want to use like cardstock, I have to change the dial. Paper, Paper Plus. And then there's light cardstock over here. And we just use the fine point blade. And once you choose your material, you can press load your material. You'll have this little load mat and press. It'll be flashing arrow. Once you load that, the Cricut C will be flashing, and you press that to actually begin the cut. And you go through all your pieces here. Just make sure the material and mat is correct. So if I wouldn't want to press the acetate and then have the wrong material on there. So just be sure you're matching those up. So this one over here is acetate. And then if there's not on the dial your material, you can go to custom. There's a custom section, and you have different materials to use. You can browse the materials. And I think for this one, they have foil acetate, which has worked the same for us. Perfect. And then you just cut all your pieces, and we'll put them together on one of our lives. So we'll definitely link these together once they're both uploaded on YouTube. Other materials you might need to get ready are, of course, all the SVG files and the print and cut file, which the SVGs are free on our website. Then there's the Clearly Craft Plastic, which is very durable. It's slightly thicker, and it has 2 protective films, so there's no scratches. And so it gives it that really clear look. It's also more flexible than most acetate. Also, of course, we're using Bearly glue and Bearly Cubies. And we use the Cricut and Cricut Design Space and the Cricut mats is usually everything that you'll need. And that's it. So once you cut all your pieces out, you'll be ready for the live. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and comment below. And we will link the live and this video together once both are uploaded on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.